This is Boxing Tickets NI. We are delighted to be joined with Mr. Main Event, Kurt Walker. How are you, Kurt?
Good, Steve. How are you?
Soldiering on as usual, I guess. Everybody in obviously Irish boxing this week is probably full of nerves, probably excitement for obviously the hammer, obviously out in Orlando, Florida. But I guess it's just systems go as normal for you.
I've been in camp now a few weeks. Obviously, had the fight in January, so I've come back good. There was no real training for that last fight, so it was actually done me the world of good getting in, getting 6 hard rounds against a game opponent. So I just came back and kicked off where left, kept going where left off.
We're approaching obviously now two days time. So obviously Friday would have been your professional debut, obviously in Glasgow 2 years ago. When you look at the last 2 years, I think I've probably maybe touched on this before, but when you look at the 2 years you've had as a pro so far, could you probably imagine like, Glasgow, Wembley, SSE Arena, Germany, you know, Ulster Hall, you've obviously finally ticked off as well now. Like when you think over the last 2 years, could you have pictured it being as so good and obviously about to headline your first card as well?
Nah, it's been brilliant. Some great opportunities, especially at the start of my career, where people are trying to build up them. I got them from the start. But I think in the second year we went down just from opportunities coming up. It was maybe down less a bit because I was on dinner shows in Glasgow. Not less, like because I still fought in Lopez card and all that, but it was just like going back a bit to humble myself as well because you're starting off. You think you're the bee's knees, and then I've come back now. I fought in Ulster Hall. I've always wanted to fight in Ulster Hall, so I got that, and now I'm getting the headline, which is brilliant.
Obviously, I know I spoke to you obviously after your fight, obviously did an interview after your fight in Ulster Hall, but now you've obviously finally ticked that box off. How special did that feel to you? Obviously, being on matchroom and dazn and everything else to got around the world as well. How special did it feel? Like they obviously finally now say you box in Ulster Hall.
Nah, it's brilliant. Atmosphere is just class in there, and just being that close to home in a small arena where when it's filled, it's loud. When I stayed for the main event, it was class. Watching Lewis, cracking knockout, crowd going wild. And I knew when I was watching that I'm going to get my headline very shortly here. So I was buzzing to watch it.
For you, was it more like a sort of like a spy mission, sort of, the experience? Because you knew obviously, and I sort of knew as well that you were going to be main event, and obviously in Ulster Hall in March. So, like for you, is it just sort of trying to take bits of it in advance of obviously the experience of the arena for headlining it?
Yeah, it's good to get in and do a trial run, like if you want to say that. Just going to the change room, knowing where you're going, knowing what you're doing. So it's not new to you. Whenever you do something new, sometimes it can be a bit difficult to take in. But now I've done that there, and less than 8 weeks later, I'm fighting again now. So I'm buzzing.
And like I guess we're getting this sort of usual sort of scenario now. It really seems to be every opponent. It's like you said to me, obviously after your fight, I'm gonna get these Olympic rings taken off. Like
Mm.
Darwin Martinez was in there and like he wanted to take your head off in the first punch. Like the first punch he tried to throw was a big wild right hook, and you're sort of going, like, Jamie, what's going on here? Why he's giving me these opponents?
Yeah, I don't know. They mustn't like look at me. I don't know. I've watched him before trying to lose a fight. So and I knew from the committee he wasn't trying to lose. He was trying to take his opportunity, maybe because it was. I don't think he's fought in his own before. I don't know if he has, but it was an opportunity for him to upset and maybe get brought back and make more money for himself. So that's probably what was going through his head.
Yeah, it's that putting himself in the
But
shotgun
I don't know.
so he can get another fight.
Yeah.
You're obviously your first title fight now. Obviously, fight 11 as a pro. Obviously, you're fighting for the WBA Continental Europe featherweight title. I'd probably say, and probably, I know the last time out, obviously it was a bigger weight because of shorter notice. But like when you fought in the SE Arena and on the Lopez card back in May, probably your best probably performance. And that was probably the lightest weight you were. So like coming down to featherweight, obviously for this title fight you've already sort of had to try run close to the weight, so probably more of the same of what we had in SSE Arena. Just a devastating performance from Kurt Walker.
Yeah, 100%. I'm getting stronger every fight. I'm getting bigger every fight. So that last fight, it was just too close, too short notice to try and make any kind of weight. So I just had to go in at what it was. I still had to make weight, but I had to go a bit heavier. I'll make featherweight this time, no problem. I'm eating well. I'm doing everything right. I'm not cutting no corners. It's a short turnaround really when you think about it. What's that? Something. I have I had 8 weeks, so I knew what was coming, so I had to do it. So yeah, the weight will be fine. I'll be at my best.
The experiences you've sort of built up over the last couple of years, and obviously been involved with the high performance unit and everything else they got, like all these experiences you sort of had have led you sort of this moment. Like you've been in camp with Mick, and obviously H has obviously been training you there as well. So all the experience you've sort of built. Some of these days probably you're going, why are we going for a run, or why are we doing this?
Yeah.
This is you knowing your answer now. Obviously, rather than you having to ask, it's preparing you for all these moments.
Nah, I've been around plenty of making all people doing main events hard and people in the gym. So I've seen what way it goes and the difference in training you do. Like my coach H has everything down to a T, has it all rolled out from the start of camp to the end of camp. We're taking it to the next level in training, and I just can't wait to show it.
Ryan Burnett's headlined the Ulster Hall, Carl Frampton's headlined the Ulster Hall, Lewis has headlined the Ulster Hall recently. This is obviously a springboard for you in the future. Do you sort of maybe look at, maybe Paddy McCrory was an example there where the matchmaking and everything else that Jamie's Dominant's led into these moments? Do you sort of look at his career now and you sort of go, it's only a matter of time before it's me and then bright lights in America?
Yeah, you look at it definitely. He's dedicated himself and he's getting the rewards out of it. If he wins this fight, it will change his life forever. So, and he deserves it. And I hope he does win the fight. He has the capability of doing it. I think I don't rate him on that much. So it just shows you we have to start somewhere. We have to start somewhere. No matter what you do in the amateurs and all, you still have to start somewhere, and you have to prove that you're able to do it. So I'll prove here on March 30th. I'll be able to do it.
And obviously, your opponent on March 30th, obviously James Beach Jr. He's obviously fought for the British title twice. I think he's obviously fought for the WBC belt a couple of times. What obviously do you make of him? Obviously, he's been on TV quite a lot, obviously with Frank Warren. Have you seen a lot of him, or obviously you're just leaving it down the edge? Like I'm sure, obviously, when you've been watching shows, you've seen him in the past. Like I guess every time he's sort of stepped up to the sort of level that you believe you're at, he's sort of come unstuck. So, but obviously,
Yeah.
it's not going to be an easy task for you, obviously, on the night.
Nah, he's game. And fair play to him, he doesn't take easy fights. He's always taking hard fights to try and break through, which is good because people will try and take the easiest route. He's went the hard way and fell short a few times. So for him, he's going to take the hard way again. He has to win. So he's going to be in the best shape possible. So I'm ready for him to be in the best shape, and I'm training like he's coming to beat me.
And that's, it's probably fair to say, obviously on paper, obviously, even though you probably go, well, some of these opponents, they've shown up on the night, but on paper this is going to be your toughest test to date.
Mm.
um you'd sort of mentioned obviously in fight week, for the Crocker card, obviously we're looking at the likes of Hopi Price and things like that. So
Yeah.
is this your sort of first benchmark as the where you can sort of start looking towards the end of the year and getting some of these bigger tasks obviously in the domestic level in the UK?
Yeah, 100%. I need to beat a name, a local name or not a local name, but in the UK, someone who they beat. I need to go and beat him to put my name in the hat with everyone else. I need to start taking strides towards that. And the way I'm training, hopefully I beat him in very good fashion, and these opportunities will come very soon.
Just obviously want to finally touch on obviously the amount of stick Michael Conlan gives you. Obviously, it nearly seems to be on a daily basis at the moment. He's ripping stick into you somewhere. Is it is it them wee jokes with the Jag sometimes that sort of keep the banter and everything going? I guess when you're missing him and obviously in camp and everything else, like when he's giving you these wee jokes, does that sort of what does it sort of do to you?
And Mick knows not to say it to me because I'd smash him up. That's why he's doing it when he's back home online. Nah, but it's good. Obviously, I miss him. He's good to have around here, training ethic and all, but I've learned a lot off him while he was here. So it's good that I had that for the first 2 years of me going pro to learn to do it the hard way. Like there's no easy way around going things. So nah, it's good.
And is JP Omeara part of your camp as well, is he?
Yeah, he's in the gym as well.
So, and he's obviously appearing on the card as well. So do you sort of where you're sort of like a father figure maybe now, maybe to him in ways where he's starting off and he's seeing you headlining cards. So he maybe looked to you as a role model in some ways as well. So I guess you probably didn't think of it in that way, but he's probably looking up to you as to where he wants to be.
I don't think anyone looks at me as a father figure. I'm a messer, so they won't look me. But he's very good, very talented. Good southpaws, like has a good fan base. So and he's coming on very well. So it'll be exciting to see how far he goes.
But listen, Kurt, thanks very much for obviously your time. Obviously, I wanted to get it a good few weeks out before obviously the fight. But obviously go well these next few weeks, and no doubt we'll see you in fight week in Belfast.
Good man, Stevie. Thanks.
All right, Kurt, cheers, take care.
All right,
Thanks.
man.
Bye. Bye. Bye.